Hey YouTube, coming at you with the Master League Premier Team. And this one is mostly Avalugg. I ran Double Dragon. You don't really need to run Double Dragon. You do need to run some sort of flyer with it. So that's why I have at least Dragonite. Because Avalugg is half rock, half ice. So you're double weak to fighting, right? So something like Annihilate, which is everywhere in this meta, will cause you an issue. So I decided to do like an ABB style team. I guess that's because I just ran the double fairy. I'm like, let's just do double dragon. Garchomp as your safe swap. You try and draw out a fairy. Hope you draw out Florges that you can at least hit neutral. Sometimes you draw a Togekiss, so it kind of kills you there. But then Dragonite roams free in the back. Kind of worked okay, not great. I wouldn't run the double dragon. I don't think Garchomp's that good in this meta. Maybe just run like a third. The problem is like, maybe like instead of Garchomp, run Gyarados, I think would probably be a little more play. So if you want to do something like Avalugg, Dragonite, Gyarados, double flyer in the back, that can give you some things. The only other problem is like Avalugg has no play against Magnezones. Magnezone, again, continues to cause me trouble no matter what team I put together. But I guess Garchomp will easily handle Magnezone. So this one is kind of interesting because you're hitting super effective, they're hitting super effective. So I'm just going to get to the first move, and then almost no matter what happens, I think I'm probably going to go instant Garchomp here. So they let it go. I'm going to come Garchomp, take a move. Your strategy is sort of like with my first team, with Excadrill as a safe swap, where you're most likely just trying to come Garchomp to grab shields and stuff, try and draw stuff out, and then use shields on Avalugg and Dragonite, realistically, was how I played this. So let this Body Slam go. I will get to another move, and this will probably grab a shield. Yeah, so grab a shield. They could just farm down here, and they do. So the thing, like, a superpower is gonna hurt here. So if I come in Avalugg, I may have to commit the shield or call Body Slam. Yeah, I gotta. It's an outrage. I've seen a few Snorlaxos with outrage. I tried. I forget if I actually have a team with Snorlax or not. I may have it on my other team. I had to put Earthquake on it because then like Annihilate. But like you could run Earthquake, you could run Earthquake, you could run Outrage, or you can run Superpower. Superpower Body Slam is very, very limited against Annihilate though, so that's why I ended up switching my superpower to Earthquake when I used it. Got some farm. Now we're going to start throwing these Dragon Claws. Going to need a third one, which I'm not going to get to, which is fine. I think I let it go and try and get to a Rock Slide to take this out. Shield once. Oh, they try and underfarm. But yeah, not a bad idea. They needed to try like underfarm and claw down before I got to a move there. Mamoswine. Some decent lead, I think, because they're doing resist, I'm doing neutral. Out comes a dragon, so I immediately stayed in, but it's a Haxorus, which is a counter dragon. So I should probably come Dragonite right away after this. They do. Break and Swipe will hurt, but I did lower their attack, so it won't hurt as much. And they're only going to be able to counter. I could shield. I'll live, right? Because I'm still above 50%, so I will live this. Yeah, so I'm just going to let this go. Come out with some energy. If the Mamoswine comes back in, here comes a superpower. So I'm already up a shield. And now I will be up a shield plus big damage or up 2 shields. Both are pretty good scenarios to be in. They let it go, so that does a ton of damage. What's in the back? Waterfall Gyarados. So I come in Garchomp. This way, I don't think Garchomp is great in this meta. You got a bunch of fairies, which, yes, you can do okay against Florges, but you're doing terrible against Togekiss. You run it if you like. It'll be nice against Excadrill and Metagross and Excadrill, Metagross, and Magnezone. But bad against other dragons. Ice. I guess it'd be kind of neutral. Garchomp would be neutral-ish against Annihilate. Able to grab one shield there, and they come in, and I'm still going to move off here. So Garchomp is doing a great job at sweeping here. And then I can just come in here and just Powder Snow the rest down for the win. Excadrill. see if I go right away into Garchomp. Yeah, right away into Garchomp. And draw out their Garchomp, which is actually huge. Here's the thing. So I'm going to win this because I'm so far ahead on energy. So even if they bait twice, which I think they do bait Earth Power twice, it won't matter because I'm just so far ahead on energy. So I'm going to take switch here. If they come Exegel, maybe they can take me out here. It depends what's in the back. And then Exegel is going to have a good time against my Dragonite Avalugg combo because they got super effective moves for both. But I have a super effective superpower, so we'll see how this plays out. So all the shields are down. Here comes an Outrage. This will take out. They're going to come in with Dragonite. Can I get to the Outrage? I can't before they snipe. So that's a really nice combo play there. And then I end up coming in here because Drill Run is super effective. And then I go for superpower to take it out and then try and instant swap. But then they have a superpower and I'm double weak to superpower if I remember. I mean, I'm not misremembering that. I am double weak to superpower, but yeah, we CMP. That's the thing. They have a little bit of energy lead. We CMP. They superpower to take me out. So I thought with the lowered attack, but they're already at a second move. So clearly that energy advantage played a huge play there. So I'm just grabbing a pen for some reason. So Florges may stay. Yeah, I was going to say, if you're seeing a fairy, there's no real reason to leave. Because Garchomp Dragonite, you're really trying to draw a fairy. So if you got it on the lead, it's okay. And this is where Avalugg could be actually kind of sneaky strong. So I'm going to shield. I've already lowered their attack once. Shield the Moonblast, so that's nice. I can lower their attack again. And then I can Powder Snow down. So I can take this next move. And they get out here. And this is still neutral. Because they're half ground, half steel. So this is neutral. Lower their attack. Chip a huge amount. And now I grab the shield. And now I got my Garchomp on this, and because I lowered the attack, it's gonna take like 3 drill runs to take me out. So I can just what I'm gonna do is just farm up to like 2 Earth Powers so I can get 1. I guess I should label Earth Power is a Community Day move. If you Superpower is a Community Day move. No, Earth Power is a Community Day move. Dragon Breath, Superpower, Claw, no, that's all fine, and that's all fine too. So get an Outrage off on Togekiss, which is fine. Get the alignment on this fairy. But they have 2 fairies. So that is unfortunate. I have to shield here. But if I can shield, and it is just it's a Moonblast, so they're going to be drawing energy, which means I can farm down and come out with almost 2 Icy Winds. And going back-to-back Icy Winds on Togekiss is huge because that lowers their attack time too. Again, rule of thumb, if you know your opponent has a Pokemon that can lower your attack, try not to make it that you only have 1 Pokemon left. Because lowering an opponent's attack is huge, and I just did it twice now, so that is just like it's like a death sentence. My avatar looks so weird. It looks frumpy. Again, this one I get out quicker right away, and it is again Togekiss, and this is why this double dragon team doesn't super work. Like, I think if you want to try to do the strategy, you have to use. You can use Dragon Breath Gyarados. Because at least you can hit for those Aqua Tails. You don't take super effective from Charm, and those Aqua Tails do add up quite fast. So you get like 3 of them off, probably, depending how much energy you have. And if they just want to go straight for Charm down. So, yeah, if you want to use this idea, I would use Gyarados. But again, if you use Gyarados double weak to electric. Avalugg has no moves to throw at Magnezone. Dragonite at best has superpower. So you'll be in pretty big trouble. Speaking about trouble, here is a 2 shielded Metagross against my Avalugg and Dragonite. So that's just the top left. Good lead. Out comes a Gyarados. So I will Rock Slide. This is why I kind of like the covers of Avalugg, right? Ice for Dragons. Rock Slide for Gyarados. That's huge. Gonna come in here with Dragonite and just absorb the rest of this damage. Dragon Breath down, come out with some energy. Looking good. So I'll have some viewer submitted battles because I saw at least 2 come in. I haven't actually looked at them yet, but I saw at least 2 come in. So I will look at those today, Monday, and film at least one for tomorrow. I do have at least one more team. I'm pretty sure it's with Snorlax. So I got at least one more team, but I am back in Great League now. For 2 reasons. One, this is everyone. I asked everyone in my top teams video what they would like to see, Master League Premier or Great League, and everyone said Master League Premier. But my Great League top team, which is like just a repeat of last week, has more views than the Master League Premier video. And I put out Master League Premier teams Saturday morning and Sunday morning, and I put out Great League teams Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon, and both Great League teams brought in more views. So I think that, yes, it is very fun for us who have Pokemon for Master League Premier, who have not played this in 4 or 5 seasons, however long it's been. I think that Great League is just still way more accessible. You gotta remember, like, if you're newer to GBL, you probably don't have these level 50 Pokemon. And even if you do have a bunch of level 50 Pokemon, you probably only have the basics. So you can only have like 5 or 6, right? You maybe have like Dragonite and Garchomp and Metagross. So you probably have like 4 or 5, which really limits you pretty quickly, right? So I get why more people are playing Great League and more people are looking for Great League. So I'll probably just combo Master. I'll still probably combo Master League Great League for the rest of this week. Because again, I saw at least a couple viewers submitted, and I have at least one more, so that could take me for the rest of this week. This afternoon is a sort of what happened to Registeel history of, so that will be this afternoon. But probably tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll mix Great League and Master League for the rest of the week, I think. And someone in the comments, I'm going to try the team. I was very, very interested in the team. Someone in the comments wrote, apparently there's a lot of people running with Annihilate, Dugong, Bastiodon. So ABB weak to fighting. The only issue is, like, you have to save swap Dugong to draw out a fighter, but you couldn't at the same time draw out a Lantern, which I guess is okay because you have Drill Run for it. So it's not like a true ABB, but I get it's the idea of it. That's okay. So I will test that out tomorrow, like this morning when you're watching this video. I'm probably testing out that team, and if it works, I will bring it to you maybe tomorrow afternoon. Yeah. So we'll see. But this, I'm so torn with GBL right now. And what I'm worried about is everyone has been like, you got rid of Classic. We know Classic is gone. Like, and some people are in the comments like, please bring Classic back. You can't bring Classic back. XLs have been a thing for too long, and too many people have powered up their level 40 Pokemon. Like, I would not have a level 40, like everything you see here. Dragonite, Metagross, Garchomp, like those were all my level 40s that I powered up to level 50. I do not have a level 50 and level 40. So you can't bring back Classic. You like level 40 Classic is gone. It's gone. They said it's gone. It's gone. So we're stuck with the level 50. So everyone was like, please bring Premier, please bring Premier, please bring Premier. And this is the second. They had Ultra League Premier earlier in the season, and they have Master League Premier now, and both are not getting the views. And the cups earlier this week, or like last week, I know it was like a double, like Jungle Cup or whatever other cup that they ran 2 weeks in a row, Spring Cup. I know they're doubles, but those weren't getting views. And I know this is just a downtime. Like, this is the worst three-month part of Pokemon Go in general. But GBL's in a weird spot, right? Because Great League videos still get views. I will not lie. Great League videos are still getting decent views overall. But everything else is struggling. And I'm glad that there's a Great League remix coming up, because I'm thinking that will get views. But if you're truly only going to get, if this is a 3-month season and the default, because of, I think, accessibility, right? I think it's the accessibility of Pokemon. I think it's the range of Pokemon, even though I think that Great League is very limited right now. If only people want to play Great League and watch Great League in a 3-month period, it's very limited. Like they need to do something. They need to do something with GBL, and it can't just be. It can't just be. It can't just be like, oh, here's maybe a new league, or here's like, that's not good enough. They need to do, I think, one of two things. There's only two things, in my opinion, that will get people more interested in GBL right now. The first is something fun like the 30-second timer. 30-second timer is wild. So for those of you who do not know and have not been around long enough, when they did this, during one of those down seasons, they've had two down seasons. One season 5, when they were actually moving from before it was, we're going to get some history time for the next 5 minutes here if you're interested in this. So the first three seasons, maybe it's the 4th season was the down season. The first 3 season, there's only up to rank 10. It was still 3,000 ELO, but it was rank 10 at the time. And you only got to play when you walked. You had to walk 3 kilometers to unlock a set for the day. So I think you got 1 free set automatically. And then for every 3 kilometers you walked, you got another set to unlock for 5 sets. And then they're like, okay, we're not going to do this anymore. We're going to change up GPL. So in the 4th season, they had this down season, which it was like 3 weeks long. And basically everyone got a Pika Libre after like, if you did like 20 battles, you got Pika Libre. So everyone, if you were long enough around, you have a Pika Libre for season 4. And then in season 5, they removed the walking requirement. And I think that's when they moved from level 10 to level 24, it's more or less the same because it's the same ELO. It was just a different thing. So they moved the walking requirement, stuff like that. And then they made a couple adjustments to the meta. And the meta for a while was Noctowl, Medi, Lantern, Walrein, Trevenant. And then I think it was 2 seasons in a row they made no move changes. So they had 2 or 3 straight seasons of the same moveset, same meta. And then they had another off season while they're like, okay, we're going to take an off season to do that. And I can't remember if it was during that off season, that 3-month off. I'm pretty sure it was that 3-month off season. They implemented for 1 week, a 30-second switch timer. So your normal switch timers that we have now, so when you switch out, you're switch locked, the timer is 1 minute. So it moved it to 30 seconds, which made for some crazy battles, because what you would have is instead of having to run like bulky teams that you need, like Lickitung and Lantern and all these Pokemon that you need now, you could run glass cannons that nuked. So you can run so people are running Surfetch with Brave Bird and just think of Surfetch with Brave Bird, maybe something like Hitmontop with Close Combat, or Hitmonchan, just 3 nukes, because you can just nuke and bail. So it was really, really fun. People had a lot of fun with that. So I've heard let's have the 30-second timer come up, something like that. 30-second was wild. I think 45 maybe is a good happy medium. But yeah, that would be fun. And then the second is give people a show 6 pick 3 type thing, just to change up the format. Because the one thing that has not changed since season 1 of GBL are the mechanics. The mechanics are the exact same of fast move, charge moves. The only thing that's changed through the 17 seasons, however, are the bugs that are associated with this game. The actual game mechanics themselves have not changed. We got that 30-second timer switch clock for 1 week, but otherwise it's been a 1 minute switch clock timer, 3 Pokemon, blind format, fast move the same, charge move the same. There is no game mechanic change. So if you want a different format, like the show 6 pick 3, That doesn't change the game mechanic, but it changes it totally changes like the blind format. So that would change. So that'd be a big change. It's got to do something because and they won't because they have shown they do not care about GBL. So what will happen is end of May, with 2 days left in May, they will say, here's the new season of GBL, and it'll be a Great League, Ultra League, Master League switch, like it has been. And they'll just have 3 months of this rotation, Great League, Ultra League, Master League, with some cups that they've done in the past, and then we'll do this all again. But yeah, I really hope they do something, but I am not optimistic at all. Anyways, a little bit of history there, a little bit of what can make GBL fun. But yeah, so I saw a couple submitted videos. I will showcase those for sure if they've again, I haven't looked at them, so if I have access to them and they have at least 10 battles, I'll showcase them. If not, I've got at least that one more Master League, but then we're probably gonna do Great League just because, again, it's the most accessible, and that is what people are watching. Again, I gotta showcase what people are watching, right? So anyways, that is it. Appreciate the support. Happy Monday. Stay tuned for the What Happened to Registeel this afternoon, and I'll see you guys in the next one.